Severe thunderstorms rumbling across central and eastern Kentucky. The latest warnings just ahead.
We have already seen damage from storms today. We'll show you where a tree landed on someone's home. And we'll show you how storms affected 4th of July celebrations here in Lexington.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Welcome to WKYT News at 4 on this Independence Day. I'm Amber Philpott. Andrea is on assignment for us. It has been a stormy holiday across the area. You are taking a live look now at downtown Lexington, where some strong storms rolled through about a couple of hours ago. We begin with an update now from Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey on the situation on this WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Chris, you just were talking about some tornado warnings, right?
Yeah, the tornado warning was going by the wayside just a few minutes ago, as expected, into parts of Adair County and Casey County. Still, though, numerous counties are under severe thunderstorm warnings as this is trying to make the transition now into more of a damaging wind threat. And I think that's exactly what we're going to be seeing over the next little bit. The leading edge of this line of severe thunderstorms is getting ready to move into Danville. Folks, into Liberty, Casey County. It's right on top of us, isn't it? We know it's on the way. And they're watching that toward the Lake Cumberland area. So if you got some friends or family down on Lake Cumberland right now, shoot them a text, shoot them a call, tell them to get out of the water. Got some thunderstorms that are coming in that may have some damaging winds and a lot of lightning and some very heavy rains. A couple of severe thunderstorm warnings until 4:45. Casey, Lincoln, and Russell, and also Boyle, Casey, Garrett, and Lincoln counties that will go until 4:30. So two different warnings covering some of the same counties. What we're looking at here in the Liberty, Casey County, this is where we had, at least a little earlier, a little spin in the atmosphere. That has since weakened dramatically. So that is good news in that regard. Bad news, you're still getting in on the potential for some damaging winds. Look at all the lightning over the past 15 minutes. Remember, when you see lightning on this, that's only 15 minutes worth of data for those lightning strikes. Houstonville, Stanford, Danville, back over toward Perryville, into the western part of Boyle County. Those severe thunderstorms are working their way on through the area as we speak. Now we get into the Lexington Metro, where we had wind damage a little earlier. Storms that are coming into play right now, nowhere near as strong, but we're getting in on a ton of rain, a ton of lightning, maybe some gusty winds into parts of central Kentucky. But the overall severe weather threat for the next several hours is to the south of Lexington. But again, heavy rain is blowing back in. It's going to rain hard for the next couple of hours into most of central Kentucky. Eastern part of the state, severe weather exiting the Louisa area, heading into sections of West Virginia. And we're going to watch this corridor south of 64, Mountain Parkway, down toward the Hal Rogers Parkway. Your area picked up more sunshine today than your neighbors to the north. You have greater instability, and the storms are going to try to increase still as this line works toward the east. There's one more little line coming in behind that. So it is south of Lexington, where likely south of the Richmond area, where we have the greatest threat for severe weather over the next couple of hours, with damaging winds the primary threat with any of those storms that go up. So that's what we're dealing with right now, these waves of thunderstorms that will continue to work their way on toward the east. Damaging winds the primary player, and we're also going to see a lot of heavy rain. Amber, some areas have picked up better than 3 or 4 inches of rain since yesterday. So the flash flood threat is continuing to increase with every storm that rolls across the area. We'll continue to watch the storms. We'll get any additional information, any additional warnings. Of course, we'll be sure and break in and let you know.
All right, Chris, we appreciate it. Thank you. This afternoon's storms were strong enough to knock down trees across Lexington. One of those trees fell on a home on Wolf Run Drive in Lexington. That's just off of Mason Headley on Beacon Hill Road. WKYT's Mike Linden is live at the scene with our top story at 4. Mike?
Well, yes, Amber, it has been quite a day for people living here on Wolf Run Drive in Lexington. As Chris just touched on, the heavy rain now starting to pick back up. But earlier this afternoon, when a line of severe storms blew through the bluegrass, it took down several power lines and trees in the Wolf Run Drive area. Now, Lexington firefighters were called out to the area around 1 o'clock this afternoon after wind gusts took down multiple trees. But while many of them fell into yards, one of them fell onto a house, causing a portion of the roof to cave in. Now, the homeowner, who only spoke to WKYT, says he was outside moving his cars away from the road when the storms came. Coincidentally, He says he once had 2 trees in his front yard, thinking that one day they might fall onto his house.
I had that one cut down because I thought it was more of a risk than this one was. This one looked healthier and more viable than that one did. So I actually had that one cut down about 3 years ago. But I guess I picked the wrong one.
Now, Ernest says there is a silver lining to all of this. It's that him and his family are safe. That includes his 6-week-old twins sleeping inside at the time of the storms. Live in Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. Power is still out in the Wolf Run Drive area as crews remove down power lines from backyards. Well, the severe storm swept through downtown Lexington just an hour before the parade kicked off. Many people had to take cover to avoid the heavy rain, and winds knocked over a few of those tents down there. WKYT's Andrea Walker is live for us downtown, where she's been dodging the rain and the storms all day. Hi, Andrea.
Hey, Amber, I have been dodging the storms, and I'm still trying to do that right now. The festival was going great, and then 1 o'clock hit, and the rain started coming down hard and fast. It started with a few rumbles of thunder. Then, within seconds, the wind began ripping through the trees, forcing people to scramble for shelter. Soon after, they were told to evacuate, which they did in a stampede-like fashion.
Well, it was like a hurricane. It just came blowing through at 60 miles an hour easy, and it flattened the tents. It blew all the gear down. Everything sopping wet. People were running for their lives, it looked like.
Everything was good, and all of a sudden the rain came and changed a lot of things.
We had a big gust of wind, and it just took the tent.
Blew everything down.
Now, the downpour destroyed some of the tents down here, forcing vendors to have to pack up and leave early. For those who were able to keep everything safely on the ground, they say they're going to try to stay out here until the festival ends at 6 o'clock, but they're really just keeping an eye to the sky at this point to see how long they can stay. Now, Lexington's festivities began this morning with the Bluegrass 10,000. 6 firefighters were among the participants. They ran in full fire gear to bring awareness to firefighter health issues. On the men's side, former Berea College runner Antonio Marshy won. For the women, it was former Bradley distance runner Caitlin Bush. The big question for tonight is definitely, will Mother Nature's fireworks cause the city of Lexington to cancel their own fireworks? So far, the show is scheduled to go on. This year, the fireworks will be fired off from the UK Arboretum at 10 p.m. Organizers say the best spot to watch them will be from Commonwealth Stadium's Blue Lot on Alumni Drive. If the fireworks end up canceled, the makeup date is tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Several other communities have canceled or postponed their festivities today due to weather. We have a full list on WKYT.com. Well, that's it for me here in downtown Lexington. I'm going to keep trying to stay dry, and I'll see you back here at 5 o'clock. Amber, back to you.
Keep that umbrella handy there, Andrea. Thanks so much. Some serious injuries. 6 people were injured during a fireworks accident last night. A viewer sent us this video of the accident at the display in Renfro Valley in Rockcastle County. Organizers say one of the fireworks shot off in the holding area, knocking over other fireworks and causing them to act like missiles. A vehicle shielded most of the crowd. All of the injured have since been released from the hospital. We are working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us now from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Amber. This can be a tough time of year for our furry companions. For many pets, especially dogs, fireworks can cause serious anxiety. The Lexington Humane Society says they often see an increase in strays this time of year because some dogs run off at the sound of fireworks. We take a look at the problem and how we can all help on WKYT News coming up at 4:30. Imagine looking outside your home and seeing this. A viewer sent us this picture of a bear she spotted outside her window this morning in Mount Vernon. We're talking to her about the close encounter coming up on WKYT News at 5:30. Police continue to search for a woman wanted for shoplifting jewelry. Police have issued an arrest warrant for 33-year-old Julia Burford. They say she stole $2,000 in jewelry from Falcha Irish Import Shop in downtown Lexington while the clerk wasn't looking. Police say a story we aired last week here on WKYT helped identify the woman. We're talking to the store owner about the progress in the investigation, also on WKYT News at 5:30. That's a look at some of the news in progress on this July 4th. Amber, back to you.
Sam, thank you. Having a baby can be expensive. The cost might be even more depending on where you live. We'll explain next in Money Watch. Southwest Airlines offering customers a way to get through security faster. We'll tell you about the deal.
Strong and severe thunderstorms continuing to pound much of the Bluegrass State. I'm tracking the very latest just ahead.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
How much a baby costs you depends on where you live. That begins today's Money Watch. A new study from Castlight Health breaks down the most expensive places to have a baby. Turns out if you live in Sacramento, California, it'll cost you between $15,000 and $27,000. We checked the study, and no city in Kentucky ranks in the top 30 spots, but some cities nearby do. In Cincinnati, a natural childbirth delivery costs around $8,000. That ranks at number 19, and a C-section costs about $10,000, good for the 24th costliest baby in the U.S. Auto sales revved up in June. Car buying site TrueCar.com says Ford, Honda, and Nissan all reported gains. Sales of GM, Toyota, and Volkswagen vehicles were down. According to Kelley Blue Book, overall sales for the month are expected to be about $8.6 million. The number is up about 2% from a year ago. Southwest Airlines wants to make it easier for customers to get through security. For a limited time, the airline will offer customers the opportunity to purchase a TSA pre-check application code for 9,000 points through their Rapid Rewards program. TSA PreCheck allows passengers to keep their shoes, jackets, and belts on and keep laptops in their carry-on while going through expedited security lines. There's plenty of sales to take advantage of this 4th of July. Many of them will remain in place all month. Here's a look at the best items to catch a deal on. According to GoBanking.com, swimwear, furniture, and video games will have some of the deepest discounts throughout the month. There are a few things you want to avoid buying in July if you can. It's better to wait on summer clothes and sunglasses until August. The same with school supplies and grills.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at the Mountain Arts Center, where we are celebrating the 4th in style. We'll tell you what's happening here in Eastern Kentucky when we return on WKYT. Raise the roof. Whoop, whoop.
Mother Nature unfortunately spoiling a lot of those 4th of July festivities throughout the region. I'm tracking severe thunderstorms and flooding rains just ahead. Stay with us. Well, happy 4th of July, everyone. On this Independence Day, it's a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day as we track rounds of thunderstorms through the area. Flash flood watch continues in effect through tonight for all of central and eastern Kentucky, and until 9 o'clock, it is a severe thunderstorm watch that is out for all the counties that are in yellow. Farther to the south, the greater the instability, the greater the chance of seeing severe thunderstorms. And we have numerous rounds of strong and severe thunderstorms that are currently ongoing from especially the Lexington Metro and points to the south. Let's get into it and show you what all we are dealing with. Several severe thunderstorm warnings from this line: Casey, Lincoln, Russell till 4:45. Also Boyle, Casey, Garrett, and Lincoln. Different parts of those counties that will go until 4:30. This whole line is working its way toward the east, so this new warning just coming in for Pulaski and Rockcastle County. Severe thunderstorm warning until 4:45. That worst part of the storm, Somerset, is literally 10 minutes away from us. Lake Cumberland, severe weather is just off to our north, but you know what? You've got a lot of wind, you got a lot of heavy rain, a lot of lightning crashing through the lake. So that's why we were telling you a little bit ago to get the folks down there off the water and get them to shore if you could do so. Farther to the north, most of Casey County with a lot of heavy rain, a lot of lightning. Look at the leading edge of this, that little bit of a bow between Waynesburg and Science Hill into northern Pulaski County is where we can get some big wind gusts coming through. That would be right on top of 27 that extends toward sections of Lincoln County, where I'm seeing at least maybe a new severe thunderstorm warning popping in, or what is left of one. That includes Lancaster into Garrett County over into the Stanford area and just to the southeast of Danville. Crab Orchard, it is on your way. Lexington Metro, it's just ugly. No severe weather right now. We had that big burst of gusty winds earlier in the day that put down some wind damage, knocked some trees down on homes in Lexington. Severe thunderstorm warning earlier. Nothing out there except heavy rain, a lot of lightning, and some gusty winds. That extends a little farther to the north. To our northeast, severe thunderstorm thunderstorm working out of Lawrence County, Kentucky into West Virginia, where tornado warning just been issued for areas heading toward the Charleston region. Some of those same areas that 2 weeks ago devastated by flash flooding, getting severe weather and possibility of some flash flooding now. So we're focusing on southern Kentucky because this is an area that had sunshine, upper 80s to near 90 earlier today. So you've got more instability, and look at that line of thunderstorms that is racing to the east. So over the next 1 hour, look how quickly that line will work its way toward the east and northeast. Somerset, Berea, Mount Victory, London, maybe as far east as Beattyville into Lee County in an hour from now. That thunderstorm line can produce some damaging winds as it takes aim at London, Corbin, Somerset, up into parts of Jackson County, Rockcastle County, Berea. You're on the northern edge of that line, so you got to keep an eye out. Additional thunderstorms coming in behind that as well. Future radar showing that as we get that big band through here, may catch a bit of a break this evening, but as we go through the evening, some scattered stuff is around. By 10 o'clock, radar should look better. So does that mean we can get fireworks in? For some of us, yes. For others, maybe not so fast, but it is high winds, the threat number one, especially for southern Kentucky. And for area-wide, the possibility of some flash flooding out there, not only for the next few hours, but into the evening. Draw your attention to the next few days. There's a chance for a thunderstorm or two tomorrow, though you're going to have some more dry hours. But guess what happens as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Rounds of thunderstorms are going to come at us again, this time from northwest to southeast. Amber, it is busy out there. We'll keep an eye on the storms that are rumbling across the region.
We know you will, Chris. Thank you. From some front porch picking to the country music highway road to fame, the Mountain Arts Center in Prestonsburg, Kentucky plays host to many different shows. Our Deanne Stevens is out and about today, joining us from the center.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. From Eastern Kentucky, we decided to celebrate the 4th of July here in Prestonsburg at the beautiful Mountain Arts Center. You should come check it out, too. Monroe is dressed appropriately for today. Can I borrow that sometime?
Well, sure. No telling what you'll find at the MAC, you know? Yeah.
Right, the Mountain Arts Center. You've been a part of this crew for a while now, Monroe.
6 years, yeah.
My
beard used to be black.
Well, you look good. It matches your red, white, and blue today.
Well, thank you very much.
You take that as a compliment, I hope.
I will.
Happy 4th of July to you.
Happy to you.
Mountain Arts Center. What all do you guys do here?
Well, this is the season for the summer shows. We have shows every Saturday night through August, I think the 2nd or 3rd.
Joe says August 6th. You were close, Monroe.
Well, you know, that's good enough in horseshoes.
You do some of the entertaining around here too, right?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah.
You're going to do some entertaining for us coming up in a little bit?
Yes, I will. I got magic tricks. What's this one? Watch.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Yeah, you could learn that. I'll teach.
Pretty simple.
I'll teach you after we do this.
Magic tricks, entertainment, and all from Monroe here at the Mountain Arts Center. Joe is with us. Joe, Mountain Arts Center, for folks sitting in central Kentucky right now who are like, what is the Mountain Arts Center? This place is beautiful.
It's a 1,000-seat venue, performing arts center, concert hall. We have headliners. We have the Kentucky Opry. Friday nights, it's front porch picking all summer long. It's open mic, come up and sing. It's a great weekend getaway. We have Jenny Wiley State Resort Park.
Yeah, just down the road, right?
Cabins, lodging, many hotels around. And this weekend is we have fireworks tonight, 4th of July celebration, carnival. We've got all kinds going on.
All kinds of things going on. How do folks get tickets, or can they just show up for a show?
www.macarts.com, 888-MAC-ARTS.
All right, you don't want to miss it. The other thing you don't want to miss is Monroe and I have a special 4th of July.
I look forward to seeing y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all there. Y'all need to come and see us. Guaranteed to have fun and a big time.
Guaranteed, he said. Guaranteed. And we guarantee some entertainment coming up here at 4:50.
Not guaranteed. Guaranteed.
We're in Eastern Kentucky, right? Mountain Arts Center. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Happy 4th. Back to you guys. Back to you. We guarantee it.
We guarantee it. Happy 4th of July to everybody.
I'm Danielle Nottingham in Los Angeles. Coming up, how sound is taking meditation and relaxation to a new level.
Tomorrow night's Mega Millions jackpot continues to grow. It's now up to $449 million. Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $257 million.
Hey, brand new severe thunderstorm warning is out, and this includes parts of Madison County, just to the south of downtown Richmond. Berea included in that. Also parts of Garrett and Lincoln counties. That'll go until 5 o'clock for the northern edge of that line of thunderstorms that is zipping its way across parts of Stanford into Lincoln County, Garrett County, and eventually into northern Rockcastle and into much of Madison County. We'll keep you up to date, Amber.
Chris, thank you. It's time now for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Are you looking for a new way to relax? There's a ritual that uses sounds to balance energy and provide relaxation. Danielle Nottingham shows us how it works.
The crystal bowl rings and sound washes over the room. This hybrid of meditation and yoga is called a sound bath. There's no actual bathing, just bowls, gongs, and the vibrations of sound. Jamie Ford has been leading the sessions for more than a decade.
You listen to the sounds, you focus, and it carries your mind away, and then you're allowed to relax your body. We start to relax and also have physiological responses such as decreased heart rate, decreased pulse, our breathing deepens.
The practice has become popular in major cities like Los Angeles and New York, but even faithful followers like Gia Victorino started out skeptical.
The first time I heard of a sound bath, somebody had asked me randomly, have you ever been to a sound bath? And I thought, what is that?
These gongs represent the planets, and each one is played to experience a different emotion.
Some of them are going to be a little more powerful and demanding and build that confidence. Others will be softer and gentle and feel a little bit more, put you in a more open state.
It allows you to really sit back and receive. So there really isn't anything necessary or required for you to do. It's just allowing yourself to be.
When the sound bath is over, a moment of silence to soak it all in. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Los Angeles.
At 4:30.